Brought to you by Mr. Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Mr. Pros TV, and today we're down in Tucson, Arizona at Guild Mortgage with Jeff and Dennis of the R Group at Realty Executives. So thanks for taking time out of your busy day to join me here on Real Estate Pros. And
thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in. So
Appreciate
we'll give you guys a couple minutes to introduce yourselves.
Okay.
Obviously, I haven't really met you guys one-on-one previously, so this is new for me. This show is completely like unscripted. It's just natural, so we'll give you.
So we can stumble over each other.
We can stumble,
Great.
ask questions back and forth.
There might be a lot of that.
So
I'm Dennis Kraesig. I'm the Director of Property Management for the R Group, Realty Executives. Been in real estate since I was 19, and that was a long time ago. You know,
since 2005.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, in '73. So I've been a realtor in
You've
various
seen all
states.
the ups and downs.
Yeah, I've seen it all pretty much. Hawaii, California, now here
Oh,
in
wow.
Arizona. My niche out of those 40 years has been property management. So being the director of property management is a big opportunity for me, an opportunity for realty executives. We have a program out now. It's called Asset Management Program, which Jeff is an integral part of. And it hubs around the property management aspect of real estate and builds out from that. Some of our offerings that we offer are truly unique to the industry. So by virtue of using the property management hub, which we have over 200 homes at the moment and growing.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and scaling up, which our plans are for the future is to have 500 in another 2 years and 1,000 homes by then. And if you see what's happening in the industry right now, there are over 241,000 residential houses, and of those 241,000 in Tucson, over 81,000 are rentals.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
so
that's a big
it's
number.
a good market. It's pretty
It's a great market.
pretty much
Yeah.
parallels
Great market.
what parallels the United States. Okay, overall. So that 60-40 or whatever split gives us a great opportunity. And then our asset management, which I'll let Jeff discuss, is a key component to taking care of our clients, which are the owners, prospective sellers, and then our tenants who are prospective buyers, of course.
So you both kind of focus on the property management, asset management part of the R Group, correct?
Correct. I do the property management piece, which feeds right into the asset management. And that's pretty much what Jeff does in our other side of our team.
Gotcha. All right, Jeff, tell us what interested you in real estate.
Wow. So I kind of stumbled into real estate almost by accident, Jordan, believe it or not. So during my time in the military, and I got married, and my wife had a house at the time, and our townhouse. We ended up converting that into a rental.
Nice.
And then I bought a single family home when I was still in the military. And then decided that I was going to transition out of the military. I moved out here to Tucson, so we turned that into a rental. And since then, I've accumulated some more real estate on top of that.
Yeah.
So during that whole process, I really had a fascination with real estate as an investment vehicle. I come from a little bit of a financial services background before the military. And so I've always got that, have always had that investor mindset, right? And just looking at, where is my money going? When I think about, as I was renting during those years, I said, the majority of my disposable income is just right out the door to rent, right? And I said, this doesn't make any sense. It's like, how can we fix this? And so, so I decided to get licensed in after I got down here, and then just made it a full-time gig. And I couldn't be happier.
So you were young getting into the investing side of the business.
Yeah, well, I was
with
fortunate.
rentals.
Yeah, I was fortunate. Like I said, it kind of happened by accident. During that whole period of time is when we had the housing bubble and then the Great Recession and everything like that. So I found myself in this situation where we had this property that we couldn't sell for market value. Market value wouldn't cover the debt service, right? So we couldn't pay off the underlying mortgage. And at the time, I was like most people, just I didn't want to face that short sale option. So I said, well, what are my other options? And so we decided to convert. My wife and I decided to convert those properties into rentals. And it's been an up and down kind of thing with the market and everything. We've got one that performs really well. We have another one that we're kind of robbing from Peter to pay Paul, kind of thing. But that market is still really depressed, and it's coming around as a military town and things like that. But here in Tucson, the story is a whole lot different. And I have clients. I have two actually that one just closed escrow yesterday. An investor, and then another VA buyer actually that just buying his first fourplex, no money down, got his closing costs paid for and everything like that. So it's a really exciting time for someone to get into real estate investing, basically with very little to no money. Not that he doesn't have the money, it's just that he didn't have to because we negotiated that way. So there's just a lot of different things, a lot of different options, a lot of different strategies that we can talk to. And it really comes down on an individual basis. So if anybody's watching, Jordan, and wants to drop a comment down below, has questions on what it is that they would they could do, or if they have heard of anything or different types of strategies, we'd be more than happy to respond. And
sure,
if they like the idea of going from being a renter to being a homeowner to being a landlord and having an income property or someone else pay their mortgage for them, give us a big thumbs up, big like on here, and that'll.
So I'm thinking, I have a question because I think some of the hesitation out there right now when it comes around rentals and acquiring, I think people are thinking, or some people, not everybody. The market just went up so fast right now. If I buy right now and then it goes back down, like what are you seeing out there when it comes to if somebody's buying and picking up rental properties or additional assets right now, what should they be looking at for the long-term strategy?
So you nailed it right on the head, Jordan. And when you start looking at buying a property long-term, there's a lot of different things that you want to look at. And namely, and Dennis can tell you from the management side, and I can tell you from being a landlord myself, because we're all landlords in the group as well. So we have a lot of different experience that we bring to the table when we sit down and talk to our clients about this. But maintenance is a big thing, and so you've got to have a plan in place. And not only that, but I'll turn this over to Dennis and talk about dealing with tenants and all of the implications that goes along with that, from legal to risk management to to just maintaining the property and things like that. But before I do, real quick, to kind of answer your question, our market is so poised. We do not have enough rentals here in Tucson. We can't fill them fast enough. And so, in a rental is when you buy a property for a rental, or you're thinking about converting. A lot of people that we rather than sell, you say, well, you can turn that property into a rental, and there's all kinds of benefits to do that. And really, when you do that, you're looking at the numbers and the cash flow on that property to make sure it's a good decision over the long term. And a lot of times, you're not really concerned about markets going up and down so much. You're worrying about how can you keep that property performing. But
sure.
I'll turn it over to Dennis because the second side of that is,
you mentioned the legal side and property management side of things, and
it's huge.
I'll be I am actually a licensed real estate agent as well. I've been for 6 or 7 years, and I have a property that I have somebody else do the property management on it because exactly the legal, there's so many different pieces you need to know, 48-hour notice and different things like that and also dealing with the tenant directly as a homeowner is kind of I'd rather have that third party there and pay them a fee every month so I don't have to deal with it, and I can focus on something else.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. From experience.
I'm glad I have my job and not his. I'll tell you that.
I've grown into this over the years. I remember back when I was a teenager, my dad had a bunch of rental properties, and we'd go in and clean it up and do all this other stuff. And we talk about what we would gain off it. Back then, in that day, we didn't cover the mortgage. Okay, so this is a relatively new concept that the rental covers the mortgage. They were looking for appreciation over a course of time, and the return on investment.
We're kind of spoiled now.
Yeah, it was kind of supplemented with what the income was from the monthly rental, and we're counting on the return on investment going to be the appreciation over time. Yeah, we've been spoiled, but that's been the nature of that. Was the nature of the bust that went on in the late 2000s. Okay, is that so what Jeff is saying is exactly right. How do you maintain that? You get the cash flow as you can, but you want to maintain the asset value of it. So you want to be attuned to the deferred maintenance. You want to be deferred to the actual ongoing maintenance that keeps the tenant engaged and keep the payment coming in and so forth. But that long-term deferred maintenance that can happen on a property is what we want to take advantage of counseling that homeowner on. Real estate is the basis of all wealth. Okay, so anyone who wants to should get into real estate. You have market, you have the stock market, you have other things that are going on, but when it boils down to it, real estate is the basis of all wealth. And to get into that at whatever level you do, we have multi-million dollars properties. We have properties that the owners are millionaires, and we have properties that are, they're airmen right out of DM. Okay, that have invested their life in, and that's what they put. So they have to trust us not only to get that income that we can to maintain it, but to counsel them on how to keep that deferred maintenance down to have that property appreciate over time. If that's their life investment, or if that's the way that they make their money as an investor, okay, they have to trust us to do that.
Yeah.
So we bring that unique structure, okay, which is the asset manager takes care of talking with the landlord, the owner of the property, and making sure that that investment strategy is in place. And then we maintain it, getting all the vendors to work with it, collecting the money, dealing with the tenants, as you say, okay?
Like which I said, I'm glad that's his job and not mine.
No one wants to do that, okay? And over the course of 40 plus years that I've been doing this, I found that this is my niche in the industry. I've been in property management for the past 10 years, okay? And really taking this job on the middle of last year. I've been with a few realtors in town here in Antigua, Long Realty in their commercial. This is where I started. And then a few others. And landing up at Realty Executives, and specifically our group, is where I belong, okay, and what we do and how we work together as an asset manager and a property manager to deliver to the tenants and to the landlords, the owners, our clients, what they need to have.
So we know there's a lot of options when it comes to property management. What is the ultimate differentiator on the R group? Why people would choose the R group versus Joe Schmo off the property management?
That's the most exciting part. It's a great question. We offer something that some other companies will offer, as we do it. Okay, but they're not structured around it. What we can do is we can provide property management for that landlord. Okay, we can provide the sales opportunity, which everybody wants.
Sure.
Okay, but getting that to that point may take some time if they're underwater, if they have to, put some money into the property and so forth. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we can provide a marketing arm for those who don't want us to manage. In other words, they know that they would rather maybe be that manager. They're retired, they got nothing else to do, but they don't know how to market it. So we can offer a marketing plan for them, we can offer a sales plan, or we can offer a property management plan. We do it all, and we're structured to do it. It's not something, I do it too.
Right.
Okay? We're structured to do that and provide that for all of our clients. And then, of course, we provide that tenant that opportunity to buy their first home or get back into buying a home, having them repair their credit over time. So if we can offer all of that, okay, and be unique to the industry, I think that's what we bring and differentiates us.
Sure. And if somebody watching this, maybe in the market to hire a property manager or, buy or sell a home, I'm sure the R Group can take care of all kinds of real estate. How do people get a hold of you guys?
Well, we're here in town, okay? We a webpage at TucsonPM.com. Okay, you can go on that and contact us, and you can look on that, peruse through that, and just make sure that that's what you want in an organization. Everything that we have to offer, we have something to offer everyone. Contact us locally. We're over on 3264 North Country Club here in town. We have our other offices, our main office over in Tanque Verde and another office over in Oracle that have all of our other realtors. We have close to over 300 realtors here in town.
Yeah.
Our group, which is our group, okay?
Yeah.
We have our little team that we have consisting of over 12 people, all of them licensed. And all of them are going and trying to get the designation of a CRPM, which is a Certified Residential Property Manager. So you're dealing with brokers, you're dealing with realtors, and you're dealing with designated people specifically in the
property
management
Yeah.
arena.
I mean, and just to kind of capstone on that, Dennis, we have so much, just a wealth of knowledge within the office. We have almost name a designation or certification.
Luxury,
somebody within our group
designation
has that, and so and we're all landlords, we're all investors, we're all we all have that that drive to share and that excitement too. It's like you sit me down to start talking about real estate investing and I'll never shut up, right? Because I mean, it's just, my wife has to tell me, she's like, stop talking business, right? No, seriously, she's going to see this. She's going to laugh. And anybody that knows me knows that is the case, is because it's a really exciting thing for me to share with other people, because I realized I was blessed to have some really great coaches and mentors that came into my life and into my business, that in a very short period of time, I was able to realize what I had as a thought as a very young man to actually put into action. And then even being a landlord, and then when I come over and I talk about what we do within the property management division in our group, Dennis is being very modest about, what makes us unique. When I look at what we do from a risk management standpoint for a landlord, being a landlord, I've been a landlord for over a decade. And wow, that's hard to imagine and believe. But then I start looking at the process of how we bring a property in, what we do on inspections. It's really, there's not enough. I mean, we literally look at every single aspect of a property that could possibly be damaged by a tenant. We document it, we photograph it, and it's huge. It'll even, Dennis will attest to this, it'll stand up in court. So we really protect our landlords, and that's really the most important thing as an asset manager. Not only do I want that property to perform, and not only am I going to be looking at what the individual goals for the investor is, we're going to be looking at the long-term appreciation on that property, making sure that we're not leaving the tenant up to decide what needs to be maintained on that property. That's what we're there for, going out and doing our periodic inspections and things like that, making sure that the property returns to the same condition when a tenant moves out. And if it doesn't, it's not the landlord that's paying for it, it's the tenant. We take that very seriously, and I'm very adamant about that when I talk to people, and Dennis is very modest about that, but that's huge. I don't know any other company that goes to the lengths that we go to protect our landlords, and that's really who hires us and what we're hired to do.
It sounds like you guys have a team of very educated and people that kind of live, work, and breathe what they do. You know, so they can you guys bring a lot of value to your clients, because you're not just somebody that just I want to be a property manager, and then you're figuring it out on the fly. You have a team of, did you say 12 people, kind of all working together to ultimately make sure that your clients get the best service. And
absolutely.
And it's a great group too. I mean, we got a lot of great synergy. We're all very like-minded. We love people. So the most important thing is, at the end of the day, like Dennis said, if people don't trust us, then that's a huge detractor from our business.
Sure.
So we focus. We have this philosophy of putting the needs of the client first, and then everything else kind of falls into place. So it all starts with a dialogue. So drop us a line, give us a shout. comment, a like, and we'd be more than happy to discuss how we can help with anyone who has an asset and or property management need.
Awesome. So the website is TucsonPM.com. So TucsonPM.com. You guys have a phone number? People can reach out to you guys if.
Yeah,
or just Tucson PM. You don't even know.
No. So I can be reached. Really, the first person that most people talk to is the asset manager.
Okay,
so
sure.
you can give me a call. My cell number is 286-2444. Send me a text. Drop me a line. Give me a call, and I'd be more than happy to just. It all starts with a dialogue. So we have a lot of questions that we like to ask folks, and it just. Again, it just depends on what people want to do and how we can help. But we're a full-service brokerage that offers property management, regular listings and sales, rental marketing, aside from property management. And we also can do renovations and things like that. We've got subsidiary companies within our group.
So you guys are pretty much all in one.
Full service. We can talk about it another time. I hope we
Sure,
can be able to come back and
absolutely,
and we can go down from there and break out what we do in individual areas.
Absolutely.
So go TucsonPM.com.
Yeah, Tucson PM, and love to have you guys back. We can talk about something specific around the property management or asset acquisition. Little pieces of value.
Absolutely.
For
love
the
to come
audience.
back.
So thanks again for coming on
thanks for having us.
Real Estate Pros.
All right.
And we will see you guys on the next episode.